Why say that you're unhappy to sign it if it's Iran and their proxies who have threatened to retaliate against you and your team by killing you guys for taking out Soleimani?
Well, they haven't done that, and that would be a terrible thing for them to do. Not because of me. If they did that, they would be obliterated. That would be the end. I've left instructions. If they do it, they get obliterated. There won't be anything left. And they shouldn't be able to do it. And Biden should have said that, but he never did. I don't know why. Lack of intelligence, perhaps. But he never said it. If that happens to a leader, or close to a leader, frankly, if you had other people involved also, you would call for total obliteration of a state that did it. That would include Iran. Everything's gone. Their leaders are gone. They had leaders, they're gone. And they had another set of leaders, they're gone. Now they have another set of leaders, they may be gone. Who knows? And you know what? I may be gone too, because I'm their number one target. It's out all over the place. I'm their number one, because they're scum. That's the way they act. And that's the way they've done it for 47 years. But I'm doing what's right for the country. I'm doing really what's right for the world.
Donald Trump says if he is ever assassinated, he already has instructions waiting for Vice President J.D. Vance. In a recent interview with the New York Post, Trump said he keeps a letter in the White House for J.D. Vance in case something ever happens to him. According to Trump, if Iran is proven to be responsible for his assassination, the first order would be to launch an overwhelming military response against Iran. He said to bomb Iran at levels they've never seen before. These comments came only days after reports claimed Israeli intelligence warned of a possible assassination plot against Trump. However, U.S. officials have not confirmed that any active plot exists, and there is no public evidence linking Iran to a verified assassination plan. Many analysts believe Trump's statement is meant as a warning rather than a sign that an attack is expected. The idea is to discourage any country or group from even thinking about targeting the U.S. president by making the consequences seem extremely severe. For now, the reported threat remains unverified, but Trump's message is clear. Any attack on a U.S. president would bring a powerful response. What do you think? Is this a real warning or just a strategy to prevent an attack? Let me know in the comments.
President Donald Trump told the New York Post this week that Iran has had him at the top of their assassination list for years, that he's known about it for a long time, and that he has left instructions, posthumous instructions to be clear, to bomb Iran at levels they have never seen before if they succeed in killing him, closing the interview with, "I hope you'll miss me," which is either dark humor or the most casual nuclear deterrent statement in the history of American foreign policy. Iran has openly wanted Trump dead since 2020, when he ordered the strike that killed Qasem Soleimani, and the threat has been real enough that multiple plots have been foiled over the years. Trump himself has survived 3 assassination attempts since 2024, the bullet that grazed his ear at the Butler rally, the man arrested at his golf course in West Palm Beach, and a shooting at the White House Correspondents' Dinner in April. So the context for this statement isn't hypothetical posturing. He is genuinely on a list, people have genuinely tried, and he is genuinely telling the press that he has a plan for after he's dead. What the plan looks like in practice, who executes it, through what chain of command and with what level of authorization, Trump did not elaborate on, which is the part that will keep national security lawyers busy for at least the rest of the week. It's trending today because "I hope you'll miss me" is an impossible sentence to ignore, delivered by a sitting president during an active military standoff with the country he's referencing. And the combination of genuine threat and casual delivery is the kind of thing that makes people stop and read it twice to make sure that they got it right. I'm Hank, here to explain the chaos, not hype it. If you want clarity instead of noise, you're in the right place.
If Donald Trump is ever assassinated, the first thing he wants J.D. Vance to do as president is to bomb Iran. That is what he just said in an interview with the New York Post, in which he's referring to a letter that he wrote to J.D. Vance that he keeps in the White House. Now, in case you don't know, we already knew that J.D. Vance has a letter waiting for him if anything ever happens to Donald Trump. But in this interview with the New York Post, Trump seems to say that it may be Iran that might be going after him, and if they are the ones, then to fully go after him. And I want to quote him here, saying in these instructions to, quote, literally bomb Iran at levels that they've never seen before. Of course, these comments came just days after allegations of a new plot to assassinate the President of the United States. So why would the President actually say this? It's mostly to be a deterrent. Because if Iran knew that they tried to take out the President, which is still alleged, that there would be some kind of massive attack, then maybe it might be enough for them to go, you know what, maybe we don't do this. The grand question is whether or not this is actual rhetoric, or if Donald Trump is just doing this to persuade Iran to not do this attack. Let me know what you think down below.
Okay, just watch this. Donald Trump is terrified for his life as warnings pour in about a major assassination plot against him. Netanyahu reportedly told Trump that Iran has a new plan to kill him, building on earlier threats. Trump is openly panicking and making up stories about constant near misses. He rushed to the New York Post and bragged that he already gave clear instructions. If Iran assassinates him, bomb them, and blow them up like never before. Those are his exact orders if he gets taken out. Now the Trump administration is turning the White House into a literal fortress. They released plans for permanent security fencing around the White House and Lafayette Square, blocking off Pennsylvania Avenue at 15th and 17th Streets Northwest, so the Secret Service can lock things down fast at any sign of trouble. Trump is also building a personal bunker and demanding a drone port defense system against ballistic missiles and drones. All of this while a tarp covers the White House as he rips apart the East Wing for so-called renovations. It's pure panic and hypocrisy from a guy who acts invincible but clearly fears for his life every single day.
Has Donald Trump given us a hint of what's about to happen? This is bizarre, this is strange, and worrying at the same time. So President Donald Trump has told the New York Post that he has left instruction for US to respond with an overwhelming military force against Iran if he is assassinated, saying it should bomb them at levels that they've never seen before. This comes as Trump said Iran has considered him as a top target for years, largely because he ordered the 2020 strike that killed the Iranian general Qasem Soleimani. He dismissed report of a new specific assassination plot, saying there is no fresh intelligence, but the threat against him has been ongoing. There is a heightened tension between US and Iran, and also the Iranian mourners at the funeral for the Supreme Leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei displayed banners calling for Trump's death. Iranian speakers publicly described killing Trump as a duty. Even the new Supreme Leader is saying there will be vengeance for the death of his father.
Trump said if he is assassinated by Iran, bomb Iran to holy hell as a never seen before, basically. And obviously we all know why Iran will want Trump not to be on this planet anymore. There was one sign that I saw that made me crack up laughing. And I'm laughing because of just how they worded it. And it's this. It's hey Trump, we will I'm laughing because just the way they the added hey at the beginning. Hey Trump, we will, like, I don't know, it's like you're yelling at a neighbor or something. Hey, like you're trying to get their attention. That's why it's making me laugh so hard. If they didn't have that hey there, I just see it as, oh, it's just another, you know, one of those, you know, posters and stuff that you, okay, I get it, you hate us, right? You hate our president specifically, I get it, whatever. But the hey being added just made me crack up so hard. But what do you think? Put your comments below. Yeah, Trump talking about his possible assassination. So that's something. What do you guys think? Please help boost this video. And hey, Trump, we will off you. Like that's. I'm laughing because it's just how it's worded. Okay, I have to find humor. I have to find some gallows humor in this. Anyways, see you guys.
We have some breaking news. President Trump just left JD Vance instructions on what to do if Iran assassinates him. He said, I've been on Iran's list for a long time. That's just what we're dealing with. The only thing is I've left instructions, if anything happens, to just literally bomb them at levels that they've never seen before. So reporters were like, are there fresh plans to assassinate you that you're responding to and are so worried about? And Trump was like, no, I just know that Tehran has wanted to kill me for years. He said, quote, that's the way life is. Hope you'll miss me. Like, what is he talking about? Obviously, this fear is not totally unfounded. Like, Iran has been pretty open about wanting to assassinate Trump since 2020, when Trump directed an attack that killed an Iranian military officer. And obviously, Iran and the US are at war now, so like, it makes sense. It's just that the paranoia kind of jumped to 100 out of nowhere. And now he's telling JD Vance to bomb them like they've never seen before. I mean, I wonder what JD Vance's response was to these instructions. We, the News Girls, will keep tabs on this story and other political news, so follow to stay in the loop.
So Trump just posted, if Iran tries to assassinate me, they will be obliterated. I've left instructions that they will be obliterated. I thought they were obliterated months ago when we first took out their nuclear capabilities that seemed to come back weeks later. But didn't we just obliterate them yesterday? So I guess they're just not obliterated. But if they assassinate him, then they'll be obliterated. Right.
Welcome back to the Freedom Room, your source of breaking news, current events, and thought-provoking commentary on stories shaping our world. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at the controversy surrounding New York City Mayor Zohran Mamdani after reports emerged that a meeting had been scheduled between his administration's International Affairs Commissioner and Iran's UN ambassador. The proposed meeting has sparked political debate and raised questions about leadership, diplomacy, and national security. Watch the following clips carefully, and when we are over, we'll come back to break everything down and share our commentary. Thank you. Stay tuned.
The new Iranian supreme leader today has made a statement saying that revenge must be carried out. This is coming after the supreme leader of Iran was assassinated, of course, by the United States of America. And now his son is coming out wanting to avenge his death. They want revenge against Donald Trump. This comes after weeks of videos and pictures and literally statements saying that they want revenge. And Donald Trump has made a statement on Truth Social before Iran came out today saying that they want revenge, because it seems like Donald Trump himself is afraid of his own death. Trump said overnight 1,000 missiles are locked and loaded and aimed at the Islamic Republic of Iran, with thousands of more to immediate follow should the Iranian government act on its threat. Pronounced in many corners of the globe to assassinate or attempt to assassinate the sitting president of the United States of America, in this case, me. Orders have already been given, and the United States military is ready, willing, and able for a 1-year period of time, subject to extension, to completely decimate and destroy all areas of Iran. Praise be to Allah. That is what Donald Trump is up to as of recent. He just wants to protect his own life.
They want to take out the U.S. leader, me. I'm on every list. I saw things this morning. I'm on every single one of their lists. And so far, I guess I've been a little bit lucky, but that maybe doesn't last very long.
The president told the Post today, quote, "I've left instructions, if anything happens, to just literally bomb them at levels that they've never seen before."
Trump wanted to use the nuclear, so-called use the nuclear codes, and General Dan Kane stood up and said no.
That was former CIA analyst Larry Johnson reporting on what he heard took place at the White House just a couple of nights ago. If true, we should all be scared to death. Listen to him again.
Donald Trump has left instructions for J.D. Vance in case Iran is successful in taking him out. Now, this has been confirmed by Donald Trump himself, Sebastian Gorka, and others that inside the Resolute desk, Donald Trump left a letter for J.D. Vance on instructions in the chance that Iran is successful in any attempt they make on Donald Trump. Now, the instructions summarized are to blow Iran out of the sky at levels never seen before, etc. Donald Trump talk. The funny thing is, that doesn't matter that Donald Trump wrote that. That's not how this works. He's not president for life. He doesn't have legacy to just be able to give instructions from the grave. Donald Trump has a term, and once it's over, no matter how it happens, that's it. But this is exactly how Donald Trump thinks. He doesn't think of himself as a steward of the presidency, as someone who's here temporarily and has to leave America to the next president and the people. No, he thinks of it as his, and that's what we've been seeing. And this letter is just another step, and this is also pure delusion and fantasy. It's very weird.
Okay guys, pretty crazy news. Trump has just left instructions in case he is assassinated by Iran. But what makes this interesting is that this is not even the first time he's spoken about this subject in the past few days. So 2 days ago at the NATO summit, he said that he's #1 on the kill list for Iran and that he might be gone. The next day, the Wall Street Journal, they report that Israel had recently shared intelligence with the US indicating that Iran had developed a fresh new assassination plot targeting Trump. And then today, he told the New York Post that he's left instructions to literally bomb the hell out of Iran at levels they've never seen before if they somehow succeed in killing him. And then he joked, "I hope you'll miss me." And how do we know that Iran actually wants him dead? Well, they didn't beat around the bush at all. This was literally one of the signs they held up in the last few days at the burial site of Iran's late supreme leader, and this one as well. So, yeah, pretty wild stuff.
Donald Trump left the NATO summit in Turkey in the older, more secure Air Force One because of security concerns. And now we know the US president has a plan if Iran was ever successful in its efforts to assassinate him, telling the New York Post, "I've left instructions, if anything happens, to just literally bomb them at levels that they've never seen before."
I think they know that he's the one person that they should be scared of.
But despite Israeli intelligence reportedly suggesting there was a new kill plot from Iran, there's still hope for a diplomatic off-ramp, and that's a relief for much of the international community.
And we welcome reports that both sides are returning to talks.
Trump posting today, "The Islamic Republic of Iran has asked us to continue talks. We have agreed to do so, but the United States has stated to them in no uncertain terms that the ceasefire is over."
Iran's leaders have a historic opportunity to transform their country for their people. The decision is theirs.
A lull in this week's fighting flare-up hasn't helped ship traffic through the Strait of Hormuz, but the US has hit air defense systems, military speedboats and drone storage sites along Iran's southern coast to reduce the threat to commercial shipping. Mediators from Qatar are in Iran trying to de-escalate and revive the truce now in tatters.
Adding to the uncertainty, mystery airstrikes in southern Iran after the US had finished its operation. No country has owned up, but at least one Iranian lawmaker has suggested the UAE could be to blame.
If Donald Trump is ever assassinated, the first thing he wants JD Vance to do as president is to bomb Iran. That is what he just said in an interview with the New York Post, in which he's referring to a letter that he wrote to JD Vance that he keeps in the White House. Now, in case you don't know, we already knew that JD Vance has a letter waiting for him if anything ever happens to Donald Trump. But in this interview with the New York Post, Trump seems to say that it may be Iran that might be going after him, and if they are the ones, then to fully go after him. And I want to quote him here, saying in these instructions to, quote, literally bomb Iran at levels that they've never seen before. Of course, these comments came just days after allegations of a new plot to assassinate the President of the United States. So why would the President actually say this? It's mostly to be a deterrent. Because if Iran knew that if they tried to take out the President, which is still alleged, that there would be some kind of massive attack, then maybe it might be enough for them to go, you know what, maybe we don't do this. The grand question is whether or not this is actual rhetoric, or if Donald Trump is just doing this to persuade Iran to not do this attack.
From the clip you just watched, it is clear why this story has generated so much discussion. According to Mayor Mamdani, the meeting never took place. He was unaware of it, and it was cancelled after concerns were raised. However, critics argue that such a meeting should never have been scheduled in the first place, especially given the tension between the United States and Iran. Should a mayor office be engaging with officials from a country that has a strained relationship with the US? Or was this simply an administrative mistake that has been blown out of proportion? Let us know what you think in the comment section. Do you believe Mayor Mamdani handled the situation appropriately, or should there be a greater accountability within his administration? Keep watching the next set of clips, and afterward, we'll return with more commentary.
Donald Trump has left instructions for his own death. This afternoon, the president has confirmed he has left a letter for Vice President JD Vance in the event of his death. In the event Iran were to assassinate Donald Trump, JD Vance is instructed, according to Trump, to bomb them like we've never seen before. The exact quote is to bomb them at levels they've never seen before. And it comes as a Trump Lego effigy has been burned in Tehran, the capital of Iran. It comes as Kill Trump signs are plastered all over downtown Tehran as millions come out to mourn the late Ayatollah Khamenei. And while here in the United States, Trump acknowledges that Iran may be planning to kill him. So much so that he did not take the newly minted Qatari Air Force One jet from Turkey back home. Why? Because of security concerns. And now Trump has made plans for if he were to die. Follow for more.
Hey, what's up, America? Iran says that they will assassinate Donald Trump. So the Israeli government has revealed a plot by Iran to assassinate Donald Trump, or at least try to find a way to get at Donald Trump in the near future. Now, they've been wanting to come after Donald Trump since he took out Soleimani with an airstrike. But now it looks like the Iranian government is getting absolutely serious about coming after Donald Trump, even trying to threaten him while he was on a trip in Turkey recently. But I have a prediction. I bet you won't fucking do that. I have a prediction. I bet you won't come within 500 miles of Donald Trump. And I have a feeling if you try any of that assassination bullshit, your people that you send are going to end up full of Swiss cheese holes. I also have a feeling that your rhetoric against Donald Trump is probably going to make him attack Iran even harder and will do nothing but expand his resolve to destroy you. So more than likely, it'll probably be a bad idea to come after Donald Trump here on American soil because 1, you'll fail, 2, your people will end up in a fucking box somewhere if you're lucky, and 3, it'll prompt retaliatory attacks against Iran the world has never fucking seen. I can promise you, if you come after our fucking president, you'll have no idea the pain that you will inflict on yourself. So my message to Iran, you're not coming within 500 miles of my president. I can guarantee.
Boys, Donald Trump might not be here much longer. In Iran, this is going on right now. They are planning an assassination on him. And it got so crazy, today he posted 1,000 missiles are locked and loaded at Iran. If they assassinate or attempt to assassinate me, praise be to Allah, which is insane. Also wrote a note that in the event he's assassinated, would go to JD Vance that would give instructions on what to do with Iran. Shit is insane. You guys know I focus on the markets, but if this happened, I have no idea what the fuck would go on. We crash like shit, would we pump? I have no idea.
We hope you have now seen exactly why this issue has become a major topic of political debate. Why Mayor Mamdani insists the meeting was cancelled and should never have been scheduled. Many critics continue to question how it was approved in the first place and what it says about oversight within City Hall. As more information becomes available, the discussion is likely to continue. We would love to hear your perspective, so be sure to leave a comment below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Support the Freedom Room. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.